It's the Fazoli's Football Friday Kickoff. Here's Mike Gerspan and Ben Stanfield.
Good evening, folks. Well, welcome to the Fazoli's Football Friday Kickoff. With me is WDHN News Director and Yale Polish Prognosticator for high school pigskin Futaji. Indeed. Well, a man who needs no introduction, Mr. Ben Stanfield. And Ben, I feel kind of full right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's because, Ben, with this great Italian grub from Fazoli's, they feed the whole WDHN sports team, and I ate the whole thing. One spicy meatball. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking that out. So blame who you can there. The lasagnas, the ziti's, the sandwiches, and hey, the New York cheesecake, great Italian food, reasonable prices. Fazoli's, sponsors of this segment, the Fazoli's Football Friday.
At the old Ruby location, you know, right on the Ross Clark
Yeah,
Circle.
right there on Restaurant Row. All right, friends, tonight marks the first week of region play. So essentially, even with it being only week 3 of the season, the playoff chase commences tonight across the wire.
Oh, it really does. And let's take a preview look at a game being played away at Duck Sanford Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. In a Class 7A game, Enterprise heads to Auburn. The Wildcats lead the all-time series 12-11. The first time they met, Ben, it was back when Warren Harding was in the White House, 1922.
Wow.
By the way, Enterprise blanked Auburn 19-0 at that time.
But Mike, Enterprise has been struggling the last 2 years. The Cats were embarrassed at home by the Tigers 35-0 at Wildcat Stadium. Under new head coach Rick Darlington, though, he's implemented the single wing formation, something that EHS may have actually used
in 1922.
And so tonight, I think you're going to have a high-scoring game. I'm going with Auburn by the score of 60-59.
Oh boy, you got no defense going on there.
None.
And Ben, I think it's going to be a tight one also, going to EHS 20. I'm going to take EHS 24-21.
Big road win.
Yeah, and you can hear the game also on radio, right?
Yeah, Weevil 101 is carrying that game over in Enterprise. All right, let's take a moment and talk about our extra point game of the week here at Rip Hughes Stadium in Class 6A. The Wolves hosting the Eufaula Tigers. Both squads 1-1, losing non-region contests. Two of the more dynamic coaches in prep football, of course, going head-to-head. Eufaula's Ed Rigby and Dothan's very first-year man, Smitty Grider. Last week, both Dothan and Eufaula crushing the competition. Wolves beating 6th-ranked Wetumpka badly. Eufaula blasted Beauregard, and Eufaula has attacked from the sky. Our WDHN play of the week, the Tigers signal caller, Hess Horn, had more than 300 yards passing last week, 3 touchdown tosses, but Dothan's defensive backs have been practicing against it.
They really have.
And I'm an 05 Dothan grad, Mike. I'm going with the alma mater tonight, 35-34.
Wow, yeah, that is razor thin. I got to agree with you. This game will be well worth the price of admission for anyone who wants to go to the Rip and catch it. It'll be a tight one, but I say Enterprise over Auburn, Dothan 28. And Eufaula 24.
All right, very good. And that's on the Legend tonight, 96.9 FM. Another interesting contest taking place in rural southwest Coffee County, and I guarantee you, standing room only tonight. Kinston Bulldog Stadium in a Class 1A region contest with the Brantley Bulldogs.
Indeed, and Ben, this is an important game to preview for several reasons, but I personally believe this may be the changing of the guard, perhaps. Brantley scores early, scores often. They are a perennial favorite to make the state Final Four in Class 1A each year, but a traditional doormat for Kinston, unfortunately for Kinston, appears to be, though, a rising star. The proverbial phoenix from the ashes. They're under a new dynamic head coach, Jacob Free. I'm going on a limb. Kinston over Brantley, 18-15.
Mike, that is bold. Brantley Bulldog fans already talking about the playoffs after last week's 59-20 victory over New Brockton. I'm taking Brantley big tonight as well, 42-12 is my predicted score. Let's take a look at several other games on tap for the evening. By the way, WDHN Chief Meteorologist Scott Roberts predicting temps comfortably in the upper 60s.
That's going to be beautiful.
By the end of a lot of these contests tonight. In the first game, Abbeville Yellow Jackets at home in Memorial Stadium against the Bears of Cottonwood. And I am taking Abbeville in this one. I'm on the bottom there, Mike. 42-8 is my predicted score tonight.
Woo, that's going to be definitely a tight one, to say the least. And as far as other games, well, let's head up the road on U.S. Highway 231 to Brundage, Alabama. The Pike County Bulldogs, listed by the state sports writers as the 6th best team in Class 3A. Tonight, you know, Ben, they play at Bulldog Stadium against the Houston Academy Raiders.
Yeah, so we both went with Pike County in this one, and you got them 30-10. I got them 21-14 in a pretty close game as well. What's next on the list here? Let's roll through the last couple of predictions here tonight. Slocum hosting Wicksburg, and Wicksburg hosting Slocum, I should say.
Yeah, that's it. And I'm going with the Red Tops. I can't. You know, Wicksburg is doing well offensively, but defensively thus far this year hasn't been there.
They're a team that statistically has come on strong late in the year. So that's going to do it, friends, for the Fazoli's Football Friday Kickoff. We got to get out of here. We got to go shoot some football highlights.
Going up, folks.
Need you to call your scores in tonight, right here, 793-1818 after the game.
News at WDHN also.
Yeah, email us, news@wdhn.com. That's our time. We got to run.